Sound check done. Video's running. I'm running. And let's do this. Before you create music, you have to make some noise. And that is going to be my philosophy for this video. This is being recorded with QuickTime Player from my iPhone, so nothing fancy. And this is going to be my first official podcast. Well, if it going aired or uploaded, this will be my first and uncut official podcast video. And I hope you will enjoy it. I will try to keep it short, this one. And I don't have expectations. If you watch it, you probably are very lucky because I don't expect any views on this one at all. Regardless of that, I will try to still give some value into it so that it will make sense to upload it and it will make me feel like I did have an impact on the world today. So that's my goal here. I don't want to rob anyone's time, neither mine, so let's jump right into it. I wanted to talk about why it is important to do lifting and not only cardio. So the topic came up in my head because I started a lot of conversations recently with people because I'm a friendly guy, right? I like to start conversations and chat around. And a lot of people would find themselves, they either not wanting to do lifting or anything else, just cardio because they. And there's a lot of opinions around that, like why they don't want to do lifting. So some people would think lifting would get them big. Mainly girls are afraid of this, but I heard guys as well talking about it. Like they don't want to get too big, so they don't want to start lifting. And then there are the people who thinks that lifting causing injuries. And and so there would be the people who thinks that cardio is what makes you healthy. And so they just don't need lifting and they just need cardio. So yeah, I will delve into all of these a little bit deeper soon, but let's talk about those people who wants to, because there are people who bring this topic up with reasoning on that they should start, but they just don't know where to. Okay, so and there would be these two groups of people stuck with cardio and they don't do nothing else. Okay, so this group that wants to start, they often ask me for advice on how to start, where to start, if they should start at all, because they are not too sure, they don't know if lifting does anything good for them. Now these people are the ones that usually did some research and they figured that yes, lifting is very, very useful for them. And to talk about that a little bit, mostly girls, by the way, are in this group because um, guys would often be limited by their ego and they would believe they know everything, because everything they know very well, right? So they would think they are smart, so they don't do the research. But girls don't have, or less likely they have this issue, so they would often do some more research on things before they make an opinion on certain topics. So girls more often search on what to do to get like a good looking bum, reduce PMS symptoms, or feel healthier, feel more confident, or even feel healthier and younger for longer in the future, such as when menopause would come, etc. Now, just to jump right the deepest point of the topic. I really like to talk about this one. So let's start with this, okay? Menopause for women. It's also not, no, man doesn't have menopause, but um it's also very important to talk about lifting for men, but let's focus on women first. So when menopause starts, okay, few things happening to your body. First of all, the most important is estrogen production in your body will not completely stop, but it will dip, okay? And then from then on, your estrogen will stay the same. Now, normally, if you have your period as a woman, your estrogen is cycling around, it's going up and down. And so during your follicular phase, which is after your menstrual, before ovulation, and before your luteal, of course, your estrogen would rise, and then during the luteal it drops, okay? So the purpose of estrogen there is to um, help you with your recovery, and with that it maintains your muscle health, bone health, even your brain health. Like, it does a lot of things, so it's very useful. There's many other things happening, the testosterone going all around, progesterone rises in the luteal. So these hormone fluctuations are basically causing you to uh, are helping you to stay healthier, maintain your bone density, your muscle health, joint health, all that. Now, once this stops and your estrogen production evens out and you don't have the fluctuations any longer, and you don't have high levels of them, then you might face the issue that your bone density starts to decline. You're losing muscle mass. Your metabolism declines. You find that even you eat the same amount of food, you just gain weight because you have less muscle mass. Muscle mass burns calories, by the way. If you didn't know, take notes of this. Okay, so the more muscle you have, the more calorie you burn, the more you can eat, the leaner you can stay, even if you eat more. So losing muscle mass is not what you want. And so you can imagine how important it is to maintain muscle mass and maintain all those things for a woman, okay? Because if you don't maintain your health with lifting or challenging your body in a way that helps you to stay healthier, like joint, bone health, you will, if you don't do that and you're a woman and you enter into menopause, you will have like a lot of pains and aches and issues, and oh, I'm sure you heard of it, or if you experience it firsthand, then yeah, I'm here to tell you, you can still do something about it. You can start eating healthy. You can start challenging your body with lifting, which will help you to stay healthier and manage these menopause symptoms. So yeah, that sounds pretty important, right? Now, if you're a guy and you think I was wasted your time for the past 3 minutes talking about menopause and stuff, um, and you think it's not related to you, think again. Um, if you are aging, okay, and you're living this modern life, you're not challenging your body in any way, especially if you're a busy professional sitting in an office 8 5 or something like that, and then you drive home, you eat, you watch Netflix, you go sleep. Okay, so if that is the lifestyle you're living, and it can be true for everyone, and a lot of people live like this, in time you will lose muscle tissue, because if your body doesn't need muscle tissue, it will just break it down for energy, and you already know what that's going to cause, right? So yeah, that's not the greatest place to be at, especially when you're getting older. And then your testosterone declines, sleep becomes an issue, and like a lot of things will pile up, okay? Cardio on its own will not improve your bone density or muscle mass. And if you're going back to menopause, okay, girls with like women, when they enter menopause, they would think that they want to be healthier, and they do often end up doing cardio, which breaks down muscle tissue even further, and then they experience even more pain in their knees, back. That's just sucks. And then they would maybe do the research, and if they are lucky, they find an article saying lifting is great, or they find this video and get inspired, which would be great, but often it's not happening. And same for guys. Okay, so if you're doing cardio, it's not going to help you with your joint health, muscle health. Even you think that cardio will help you with your heart health, and that's why you have to do it, but so is lifting. Okay, so if your heart has to pump harder to lift heavy loads, it will get stronger and it will get more efficient. Okay, so even runners, cyclists, I'm talking about professionals, they don't only train with those sports for their competition, they also lift because they know the benefit of lifting. They know that if their heart is stronger, they will be performing much better on the track or wherever they are doing their running, cycling, sprinting, whatever it may be. And it can be true for martial artists or any other sport we could talk about. If your heart is stronger because of lifting, it will help you with your performance in your sport. Also, what cardio doesn't do to you is improving your central nervous system efficiency, which lifting does really effing well. Okay, when your body is being challenged in a way that lifting heavy squats or heavy deadlifts, so that is basically forcing your whole body to work as a unit, really like it requires a lot of focus, tension, and not just from your conscious brain, but from your central nervous system, from your unconscious side of nervous system. Okay, so that if that central nervous system efficiency is being improved by lifting, then your sport will improve automatically, because your coordination will improve, your timing will improve, your speed, strength, power, all the stuff will just improve like crazy. Now, other thing, cardio, if you do a lot of it, it can also increase cortisol. Now, if that happens and you do a lot of cardio and you you felt like very stressed after, or feel like depressed or mood swings, that is because your hormone balance is not where it should be. Okay, we are not made to run marathons. Okay, we were made to well, yeah, partly we can we can argue that the human body is for that as well, but it's not our main thing. We weren't all evolved to run around for hours. Okay, if you do that, you release a lot of cortisol, which will cause a lot of stress, which will suppress your testosterone, or in case of girls, it will suppress other hormones, which will cause more PMS symptoms, will make your period come with a delay, and like all kinds of things will pile up on themselves. Okay, so if you want to do cardio, by all means do it, because if you like it, of course, then do it by listening to this podcast or this video for a little bit of time. If you do some light cardio, will not hurt you. But if you do cardio every day, or even like more intensely, and let's say every day of the week, it will just break you down. It will break down a lot of muscle tissue. It will cause injuries to your knees, your back, your shoulders, or whatever you are using for your cardio. And you know where this will go. This will lead you to more pain, more suffering. So if you want to avoid that, and if you want to improve your life, your quality of life, your posture, right? Your posture is not guided by your skeleton. Okay, your skeleton is held together by muscles. Okay, if your muscles are healthy, your posture is good. Now, if you are a fanatic of going for chiropractors, going to chiropractors to fix your spine alignment, I have bad news for you. I'm not a fan of that, and not just because I'm totally biased and shit, but I did a lot of research on this. And if you think about it, it's just very logical. If your muscles is keeping your skeleton and spine in alignment, that is keeping you with a good posture, then moving your bones around, what will it do to you? It's just going to cause you to move your bones around, but the muscles will pull themselves back into position which they were in original situations. So it's I mean, it's just logical. I don't even explain it further. So so it does, lifting helps with your posture by building muscle tissue. It helps you to keep your body in a healthy body weight. Okay, so your body composition will improve because it will help you with your muscles. It will help you with actually even with injuries. It will help you recover from injuries. It will help you to keep you away from injuries, and also because you will have more muscle mass, it will help you to stay leaner, because your calorie requirements will be higher. You can eat more. if you're still overeating with more muscle, you can still gain fat. I'm not saying just because you have a lot of muscle or you lift a lot of weight, you automatically will be much healthier and leaner. That's not what I'm saying, but it will be much easier to maintain a healthier body weight if you are lifting. Okay, and so with that in mind, let's think what else lifting gets for us. So your posture will be better. You will not have pains and aches because it helps with injuries and preventing them. You will be leaner, likely, or definitely you will have a somewhat healthier body weight and body composition. So out of all those three, what else it gives us? If you feel all that is in your life, confidence just comes naturally with all those things. Okay, or imagine if all those three things missing from your life, confidence will be there. It can, like somebody manages to have a good level of confidence even with all those things lacking in their life. But imagine how much easier it is to feel confident and good in your own skin if those things are sorted, right? What else it give us? I'm just making this stuff up, by the way. I don't have a script here. I'm just pushing it out of my brain, okay? So what else it gives us? It gives us good energy levels, okay? Not just because your hormones will be working well, you have more muscle mass, which helps you to keep good energy for you to use, but lifting will force you to actually eat healthier, because if you don't, you will not recover well. You will have a lot of soreness from training, which shouldn't be the case if you... Oh, okay. There was an emoji thrown in there by my phone. That was unintentional. Anyway, let's throw one more. Doesn't work. If you are listening only to the voice of this video or my voice, don't mind me. You didn't see that. Now, jumping back, where were we? Yes. So if you feel all those things, and you have better energy levels, muscles helping you to be more energetic. It improves your insulin sensitivity, it helps you to transport sugars better, and also because your hormones are in place and you are eating healthier because you don't want to get sore, right? This will be your motivation to eat healthier. that from your training you don't want to get sore, because you only get sore if your recovery is not there, which is you didn't sleep or you didn't eat well. Okay, if those things are missing, training will be a pain in the ass. And if you want to train, and if you decided you want to train because you want the benefits, you want to eat healthy, you want to have enough protein in your diet so that you recover well and you actually get stronger, not just breaking yourself apart. Okay, so your diet will be in place automatically. That will also improve your energy levels, and also because you are more confident and you have all these other three things, the posture, the muscle mass, the body composition is sorted, and you're confident, you will feel more energetic and you will feel like more like a living person, right? So yeah, so that's why I think it's really, really important for everyone to do some lifting and not to rely on only cardio for health benefits, because at the end of the day, it will not help you for long term. Like, it will not help you with your muscle mass, your joint health, etc. And also, if you do that, like, let's say you for 10-20 years, I'm sure you know someone like that, you do only cardio and you don't give a shit about your diet, you don't give a shit about anything else, and you just you cardio away. At some point you will get injured, and then you cannot do your cardio. You still need a lot of food, because cardio needs a lot of food to maintain your exercise. And then when you can't do it, you just get really fat, and that's just not what you want if your goal is to be healthy, right? So, and then once you're injured, you will have a problem going back to cardio, because even if you recover, you go back, you re-injure yourself. Yeah, so if you know someone like that, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you have someone. So it's better to really not. I'm not saying cardio is bad. I'm saying it's better to combine it with lifting. Okay. So yeah, I think this is a valuable video so far, and I hope you like all the information I share here. Okay, so we were talking about the people who think who wants to get into lifting and who don't, and they rely on cardio. Okay, did I miss anything I wanted to talk about? Let's see. Yeah, I think this is it. If you have any ideas I could talk more about in the next video or podcast, please let me know. And leave a like if you can, and follow. And hear you in the next one. See ya.